Hey, little man, what you up to? Is Bruce around?
Tisk. I'm just making plans for the future when I take over the mantle of the bat.
Take over the mantle of the bat? You know Bruce still has at least 10 years in him. Everyone knows I'm Batman after him. And because of time travel, we all know Terry's Batman in 30 years. I think the only plans you should be making is who's going to take over for Alfred.
Command of the whole family, the one to hand to be the man. It was planned on my road dogs.
What is up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, I have a pretty cool haul today. Finished a really big goal, finishing a hard-to-complete series. And this haul is basically a handful of eBay pickups and an order from my comic shop. So jumping right in, we got another logo foil. This was the original Wonder Woman one. I believe it is the current ongoing issue number 1. Never did pick this up, so happy to pick it up cheaper than it would have been if I bought it when it came out. And then a lot. I got this lot from, I think I had watched it and the guy had made an offer. So, really nice. I want to collect Poison Ivy in general. You know I love my Batman villains. But I went after this specific lot because it was all Jenny Friesen covers. And I tell you, these are all gorgeous covers. That's probably the best one out of them. But when you get a whole lot of books under cover price and getting specifically an artist you like, you can't beat that. And then issue 10. And then a couple single pickups. We got Harley Quinn 39 Jenny Friesen. And then I guess this next one's like a 1 in 25. And I guess it's actually getting to be a pretty rare book. Issue 25, Jenny Friesen variant. And this is a ratio 1 in 25. And it kind of makes sense that books like this are hard to get, becoming rare. Because a lot of these series don't have high print runs. So you add a 1 in 25 into that with a desirable artist. That's a recipe for a book to skyrocket. When I got this copy, there's literally only 2 on eBay. So, happy to pick those up. So, on to my comic shop haul. I've been waiting on these. So, they did the Death of Superman 30th anniversary. And then, I didn't even know. They did Return of Superman 30th Anniversary. And they redid these logo foils. And these books, I believe, were $10 new. I wasn't going to pay that. Waited around till their price dropped on my comic shop and got them all. So we got all 4 here. Just like back in the day. So this is slowly turning into the year of Harley Quinn. We got Harley Quinn romances. This is a one-shot. And then if you watched my last video, I told you I was 4 issues away from completing Harley Quinn Volume 1. Thus, why we ended up with a My Comic Shop haul. We have issue 37, 32, issue 13, and issue 12. I also picked up an issue 9. I had this book, but I actually won it in a giveaway years ago from a YouTuber called Flicks and Comics, and it was a graded copy. So you gotta have a raw one so you could read it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. That finishes Harley Quinn Volume 1. Pretty major accomplishment. And sort of turning into the year of Harley Quinn here. Getting lots and lots of cool Harley Quinn stuff. I was actually looking at, I had got these Teen Justice, I think it's called. It was like a multiversity book. And I had got the Thunderworld, which was the last single issue of Multiversity. And in putting them into CLZ, I saw this series. Now, I had picked up the first 2 issues of this and completely forgot all about it. So I grabbed issues 2 through 6. This is Harley Screws Up the DCU. Funny story. The original title was Harley Screws the DCU. And luckily there are still people smart enough at DC to know that would be a bad look. So the title was changed to what it is now. And then this thing, I could not believe I didn't have this. This is Joker, a Puzzle Box issue 3. I had got this series, you know, I believe I read it, really enjoyed it because it sort of has all of Batman's rogues, and it turns out I was missing an issue, so I picked it up. Alright, what do we got next? Alright. I needed 1 issue of Flashpoint Beyond to finish that. I had been after DC vs. Vampires for forever. Kind of had a little FOMO from the reading perspective that I had never got the first volume, and got it I don't know, probably about a month ago now when I visited STL Comics. And I have the first 2 issues of this. In fact, I think I got issue 2 not that long ago from Tater Tots. And it said I almost didn't buy it because I figured I would get the whole series, because you could buy a whole series kind of cheaper than picking individual books out off eBay. But I wanted to read the next story. So issues 3 through 6. To read part 2. I do have issue 1 of World War V. If you haven't been watching my channel, I had read an article about the Legion series, and excitedly went to get it out and read it. And I should have known when what I was reading didn't sound familiar. This is like the one Legion series from volume 3 till current that I did not have. Found a good chunk of the issues I needed after a couple stops at Tater Tots, but needed 2 issues to finish this, 21 and 15. So really excited I could finally pull the Legion series out and read it. I did try to read, I read the first 3 issues and like issue 5 or 6 or something. I was missing like issue 4. And it kind of took me right out of it. Decided to just wait until I had them all. And I'll just start at issue 1 again and read through. I'm slowly finishing this The Flash run. And I actually kind of forget. I think it's a speedster named Avery that was in the Justice League China. She's like a main character in this Flash series. I think it's her. I may be misremembering. It may be like a future person. I was reading some of the Flash I had got recently, and I was like, I wonder where her first appearance is. Do you know it's a girl character? And it is in this 768, which I did not have. And it was only a couple bucks. So I picked it up. Along with, you probably saw me pick up a Flash 1 Minute War one-shot, which I didn't know existed. But this is another one-shot, which I'm just now noticing says collects issues 790 through 92. I hope it ain't just a collection of single issues, but I didn't have this one-shot, so I grabbed it. We have the Justice League of America issue 1 foil facsimile. I missed out on tons of facsimiles, tons of foil. So I'm slowly picking up some of the stuff I missed out on, and this is a must-have. And then some more Harley. You know I'm a sucker for one-shots. And we have the DC's Spring Breakout issue 1. Always love getting these kind of books. Especially love when I miss out on them being new and get them for less than half a cover price. Because these things are like 10 bucks a pop when they come out. That's too expensive. Alright. Let's see where we are. So, we'll do this a little bit out of order. But, we have the second series, Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. Super fantastic looking comics. 6-issue series that I picked up. It kind of stinks. I think it's a different series I'm thinking of, but all 6 issues of that, and I picked those up because I finally just needed issues 11 and 10 of the first series. And I actually started reading this, I think about 4 or 5 issues in, and it's really good. Lots of twists and turns. Just so far a fantastic Elseworld story. So I'm really looking forward to reading all through Volume 2. Something else that had came out. There was a Batman Neo year. Or Neo Gotham. I collected all of that, but they did a second series, Neo Gothic. So staying complete on my Batman Beyond comics. Ooh, Court of Owls. This looks like it's going to be a good series. And of course, we have the foil Batman Beyond #1 facsimile. Another must-have. Now this looks pretty cool. A lot of people asked me if I had this. And I didn't realize they all come with this white thing over the cover. So kind of boring to show you. But this is Batman Full Moon 1 through 4. The last issue just recently came out, so I grabbed them. You know I love my Batman minis. And a lot of people have been talking that one up as being good. This is the series I was disappointed that I had to end up getting a variant instead of having all 6 A covers because they're so good looking. Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age. A series I have been looking forward to reading since it came out. Hopefully it's as good as a lot of other stories have been. I tell you, I'm not a huge fan of what DC does in their ongoing series, but I have been really enjoying almost every mini I've been reading from DC lately. So last but not least, working on my goal list. this series I had started picking up when it was new and never finished it, and it bothered me enough that I put it on my goals list. This is Batman Urban Legends. Another book that's like $8 or $10. That, having waited so long, I got some of these for $2.50. So, $2.50 to $4. Not necessarily the covers I want, but the cheapest covers you could get. I just needed 6 issues to finish. And this is sort of like a anthology book with 3 or 4 different stories in each book. So very cool. As you can see, you have Zatanna, Constantine, Ace the Bat Hound, Plastic Man, Birds of Prey. And you know there's going to be a Batman story too. And this Batman Legends of Gotham one-shot. So that's it for my haul today. Super, super happy to finish Harley Quinn #1 and get a lot of cool things to read that I'm very much looking forward to. I'm currently reading Trinity Volume 1. I finally found it. For those that don't follow me on Instagram, it took me a couple weeks. Last haul I had picked up the last 2 issues I needed, and took me about 2 weeks to figure out where I had the rest of the series. So I'm reading that, and I'm reading the Dark Knights of Steel Volume 1. So lots of cool stuff to read. Finished off 2 things on the goals list, which is very exciting, especially Harley Quinn. So with that, guys, I'll talk to you later. You know I always appreciate you watching. Would love to hear from you in the comments. And with that, see you later.